Pre-construction, resale or pre-construction? Which one is right? Choosing between the two can be a tough call, but what if I told you that the answer to your dilemma lies in the pros and cons of both resale and pre-construction? In this video, I'll reveal the secrets to helping you decide which one would be best suited for you. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Sid Sur from Team Sur Real Estate, helping clients with buying, selling, leasing, investing, as well as pre-construction. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel for all things real estate related. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with the pros of pre-construction. Well, the number one pro of pre-construction is the extended deposit structure. Unlike resale, where you have to put the majority of your down payment right away or all your down payment right away, in pre-construction you have a staggered deposit structure. Most pre-construction condos will have a deposit structure that stretches out from 2 years or sometimes even longer, where you have time to pay your deposit slowly. You also don't need a mortgage until closing. As long as you have the ability to pay down your deposits over that extended period of time, you only need a mortgage and need to qualify for a mortgage at the time of closing, which could be 3-4 years out, sometimes even longer depending on the project. Next, you have time to build equity. Because pre-construction isn't ready for 3 to 4 years, you have time on your side to build equity before you move in. If you're an investor, this could be a great passive investment where you can park your money and watch your unit or your condo appreciate in value over that time where it's being built. Next, you have the ability to customize your unit before it's even ready. Unlike resale properties where you have to purchase and then make renovations, with pre-construction you can choose your finishes, your color, any kind of upgrades you want at the time of purchase. This can be great if you really want to have a unit really geared and suited towards your lifestyle and your needs, and you can customize it however you like. Next up, you've got warranty. With pre-construction condos, when you buy in Ontario, you're required to be enrolled into the Terry-On warranty program, which covers you up to 7 years of warranty. So if you have any structural deficiencies or any builder deficiencies, you have the ability to have those deficiencies corrected. It gives you a peace of mind knowing that your property is not going to fall apart when you move in. All right, now that we've covered the pros of pre-construction, let's go into the pros of resale. With resale, you're moving into a move-in ready home. Unlike pre-construction where you're buying off of a floor plan, with resale you can actually walk into your house or condo and really take a look at the finishes. You can touch, feel it, and really get an idea of the layout. You know exactly what you're buying with resale. You also know exactly what kind of community you're moving into. Unlike pre-construction where the condo or home is not ready for a few years and the neighborhood may not be established, with resale you know exactly how far everything is from you, where the grocery stores are, where the gas station is, where the malls are. The infrastructure is already set up for you. Next up, you've got reduced risks. With resale, you know exactly what you're buying. You have the ability to have the home or condo inspected prior to purchasing it, so you know exactly what you're buying. And the chances of a surprise are vastly diminished if you've done your due diligence. And here's a bonus pro for resale. If you are an investor with resale, you can have a tenant move in right away and start paying down the mortgage and possibly start cash flowing. Okay, now let's move into the cons of pre-construction. The first and most obvious one is you're buying something that's not yet ready. You're buying off of a floor plan. You can't see it, touch it, feel it. You cannot walk through the unit. You cannot see the layout. You cannot feel what you're buying. You also have the possibility of longer wait times and delays. Just because a builder says the unit or the condo is going to be ready in 2025, it does not mean it's going to be ready in 2025. In the realistic world, there's going to be delays, there's going to be labor shortages, there's going to be a lot of moving parts that go into constructing the building, and a lot can go wrong, and it most likely will result in delays. Which brings me to my next point, which is there's always a risk of cancellation. There's always a risk that when you purchase a pre-construction unit that your condo may not be ready. The builder could cancel the project because they don't meet their financial requirements or get the appropriate and proper zoning that they need, or a variety of other factors. The good news is you do get to get your deposits back. However, you lose out on that time and knowing that your home that you were supposed to move into is no longer going to be ready. That's why it's always very important that you choose a reputable builder that has a history of no cancellations. Now, there is a way you can mitigate this risk by only buying through builders who have no history of cancellations and very little history of delays. Next up, you've got additional closing costs. With resale, you know exactly how much closing costs you're going to pay by calculating the land transfer tax, the lawyer's fees, any appraisal fees, or title insurance. With pre-construction, you have additional closing costs that you need to estimate for. They include everything from development charges to park levies, educational levies, and other various miscellaneous fees. I've done a whole video on pre-construction closing costs, which I will link in the description, so make sure to watch that if you're looking to really break down what pre-construction closing costs could look like. Another thing to keep in mind is that pre-construction is actually more expensive than resale. When you look at the price per square foot of resale versus pre-construction in the exact same area, you will find that pre-construction is typically anywhere from 15 to 30% more expensive than resale. This is due to a variety of factors, most important of which are the rise in construction costs, the rise in labor costs, supply chain issues. The cost of building homes is going higher and higher, also largely due to the fact that the government puts a lot of levies and fees for development charges on the builders. So know that when you buy pre-construction, you will be paying a premium. However, because you have that lead time and that extended period of time before your condo is ready, you do get to enjoy that passive appreciation over the next few years. Real estate long-term tends to do really well, so rest assured, long-term you will be fine and do great whatever you choose to purchase. And the last con for pre-construction is you don't exactly know when it's ready that you'll still be fit to move into that place. What I mean by that is life happens, things change. Maybe you bought the condo today and you're a single male or a single female, but 4 years from now when the condo is ready, maybe you have a partner or maybe you have kids and the one-bedroom condo that you bought is no longer suitable for you and your lifestyle. Now, the way to really tackle this issue is called assignment, where you can actually go ahead and sell your pre-construction unit to another buyer. Take out your profits and then put it towards a property that you would actually make sense living in. And now let's go over the cons of resale. The number one con for resale is you need all of your down payment right away. If you're an investor, you're going to need to put down at least 20% in order to buy your investment property. And if you're a first-time home buyer, you can buy with as little as 5% down. Either way, you would need all of the deposit and the down payment upfront. Unlike pre-construction, you're not walking into any built-in equity here. You have to close within 30 to 90 days, so you don't really have time to build any equity like you would in pre-construction. When you buy resale, it's typically an older property, so keep in mind that when you buy an older unit or older house, it may require maintenance and upkeep, so that could potentially result in additional costs for you. And lastly, if you are an investor, then be prepared to be quite active with your investment property because you are going to go out and have to find a tenant, account for vacancies, and be actively involved in the investment from day one. Here's a quick recap of the pros and cons of both resale and pre-construction. As you guys can see, both resale and pre-construction have their pros and cons. It really comes down to what it is you're looking to accomplish based on your needs and goals. If you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of cash down and is looking to get into the market and have a passive investment, then pre-construction would definitely make sense for you. And if you're somebody who's looking to buy something that's tried and true, you want to know exactly what you're buying, and you have the down payment to do so, then resale may make sense. At the end of the day, I love both. I have both resale and pre-construction, and a lot of my clients have both resale and pre-construction, and really there is no right or wrong answer. Again, it comes down to what you're looking to do. Long-term with real estate, if you buy and hold, you are always going to do well, especially in the GTA, because of the history of real estate here and because of the supply and demand. So whatever you end up choosing, you will make a great investment when you buy real estate. Guys, I hope this video helped and you found some value. If you did, all I ask is you like and comment, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, see you guys. Take care.